would just simply define it as a right inherent to all human beings, regardless of race, sex, nationality, ethnicity, status. For example, right to life, freedom of movement, freedom to work, among others.
Wow.
So these are very important rights that under normal circumstances it should not be taken away from us. However, there are situations or circumstances that these rights may be taken away from us.
Wow.
For example, when you flout any of the laws of the state,
Wow.
some of the rights will be taken away from you, and then in a state of emergency, among others. So basically, this is human rights.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. So, audience, you've listened to our municipal director as he take us through what the human rights actually mean, and you need to be with us so that you get more insight as we are going to dive into more of this topic. Now we will move on to Mr. Abraham for him to give us, you see, the human rights. It said that it has been grouped into divisions based on how it is supposed to, or its enjoyment. So, Mr. Abraham, please can you help us know the categories of these human rights we are talking about?
Right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Sure.
I want to say a very good evening to your listeners. Okay, basically or generally, the general groupings we have in the 1990 Constitution, which talks about the human rights, are political rights, civil rights, economic and cultural rights.
Okay.
So basically, these are the general groupings of.
Please can you take that for us again?
We have political rights,
Okay.
civil rights,
Okay.
economic rights, and cultural rights.
Right. So, I wish you help us understand this political right that you are talking about, because you will help us understand the political right. Because when it comes to our society, most people do undermine this particular aspect, and because of that, when it comes to political activities, we sometimes deny some people of this right. So we'll move right to Mr. Desmond to help us understand our political rights as humans in this country.
Thank you. Good evening to all your listeners, and it's a privilege to be here. Now, whenever we spark conversations on political rights, we are not only talking about the basic nutrient of democracy, but we are talking about the underlying principles of the social contract. Now, without political rights, we will not have a voice in the governing of our society. The social contract will be incomplete, as we will lack any means of participating in the decision-making process and also hold the government accountable. This is why the framers of the 1992 Constitution enshrined within the Constitution political rights. Now, political rights are those rights that allows the individual to fully participate in the political process of the country. Now, let me shed light of some of these rights. First of all, let's talk about the right to join and form political parties. Every citizen of Ghana of voting age, 18 years and above, have the right to join or form political parties. However, the formation of political parties should not contradict the laws of the Republic. We should not form political parties based on ethnic lines, based on profession, or any other religion. You cannot say a Futuman political party. You cannot say Pentecost political party, Muslim political party. No. And the second right that I want to talk about is the right to vote and be voted for. every citizen of Ghana who is 18 years and above has the right to vote during elections, and also he or she has the right to contest for elections to be elected to any public offices, provided he or she qualifies or meets the requirements.
Wow.
Now, thirdly, let me touch on the freedom of speech and expression, which is very paramount in our democratic dispensation. Now, when it comes to freedom of speech and expression, individuals within Ghana, the citizens in Ghana, you have the right to express your opinions, your ideas, without any reprisal from the government. You can write, speak, publish through the various media, be it electronic or the print media. The last right that I want to emphasize on is the freedom of assembly and association. We can peacefully assemble and associate with others on various purposes, such as protesting against draconian laws of government. Also, we can form, we can organize cultural and social groupings.
Okay.
Sure. So when it comes to political rights, these are some of the things that are very necessary.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. So, as we've listened to our brother here, he has discussed with us the political rights. So you there, you can equally participate fully in political activities of the country, provided you are 18 years above, as prescribed by the 1992 Constitution of the country. We move to our Minister Director to help us look at this economic, social, and then cultural aspect of the human rights, because it's quite worrying when people engage in certain activities thinking they are right, but then other people try to infringe or prevent them from doing these things. Can you help us know what these economic, social, and cultural rights are?
Okay, thank you very much. We will have the right to work under satisfactory, safe, and healthy conditions and receive equal pay for equal work done without any discrimination. And when you look at the Fair Wages and Salary Commission, that's the idea behind it, coming into being of the single spine, and just to bridge the gap. So these are some of the rights that we have. Then the right to also join trade unions. You know, these days there are many.
Sure.
We have the CLOSA, ESW, NAGRAT, and Co. They are all there to protect the welfare of the worker. Then we also have the right to social security or pension. And you know that especially with the public or service officers, you know it's compulsory. So that when you go home after